The table with no status. What Jesus teaches about worth beyond wealth. Emily had been networking all night. The gala was filled with polished shoes, sharp suits and glass smiles. Everyone wore their worth, like a badge roll, salary, company, who they knew. Emily had just started her own non-profit, small, scrappy, and underfunded. Her dress wasn't designer, her shoes were and she hadn't eaten all day because tickets cost half her month's budget. She stood near the back of the ballroom, watching people take selfies with CEOs, swap contacts, and toss her a polite smile before moving on. She felt invisible. That night, walking back to her apartment, her heels in her hand, she prayed, "Lord, do you see me? Am I valuable even if the world doesn't think I matter?" And somehow, the answer came not in thunder, but in memory. A parable one Jesus told about a banquet. Jesus once attended a dinner party hosted by a prominent Pharisee. As he watched the guests scrambling to sit at the most honorable spots, he leaned in and said something that flipped the entire social structure. "When you are invited, take the lowest seat, for all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." Then he went further. "When you give a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, those who can't repay you. Then you will be blessed." Can you imagine the awkward silence? Jesus wasn't just challenging dinner etiquette. He was challenging the economy of worth. Today, we rank people by number of followers, job titles, designer brands, zip codes, LinkedIn connections. We've traded souls for resumes, humility for hustle. Even church culture isn't immune. We praise the polished. We put the influential on stage. We subtly ignore the ones in the back row. But Jesus, he doesn't care about what's on your resume. He cares about what's in your heart. In Jesus' kingdom, the table is different. No VIP section, no velvet ropes, no LinkedIn filters. It's a banquet of grace, where your worth isn't earned, it's given. In fact, Jesus spent most of his time with people who wouldn't have made the guest list. Tax collectors, fishermen, women with pasts, sick, people who had nothing to offer except open hands. If you've ever been looked over for a promotion, treated differently because of your clothes or skin, excluded from important rooms, or just tired of pretending to be more impressive to matter, then Jesus is talking to you. Because in his kingdom, the last are first, and he ignored our honor. Discussion questions for viewers. Have you ever felt overlooked or undervalued in a room full of important people? Why do you think society ties worth so tightly to wealth and appearance? How can we, as followers of Jesus, create spaces that reflect his table, inclusive, humble, and honoring? Share your thoughts in the comments. Someone may need to hear your experience. Next episode, the overflowing cup. How God blesses even in burnout. Burnout is real. Whether it's work, family, or just surviving day to day, many are running on fumes. In our next episode, we explore what Jesus says about rest, and how to live out of overflow, not constant exhaustion.